here.
Whatever you want. Может, вытащим тебя, положим.
I'll be hosting the press conference. We'll have Madame speak first, then Sergey.
Okay. On va commencer avec leurs commentaires à eux, après ça on va poursuivre. Mais je ne traduirai pas, I will not be translating except for the Russian. Madame, s'il vous plaît.
Thank you so much. I want to start out by saying merci beaucoup to the city of Montreal, to Quebec. This has been an amazing experience for all of us. I want to say thank you to the people from Interbox. It has been an absolute pleasure to work with them, even you, Ian. And we really feel that there's I hope that we find many ways to come back here, because this is the best fight town I've ever been to, hands down. Nothing comes close. What we saw tonight was was an object lesson in why they fight the fights on canvas and not on paper. We had 2 fights earlier on that looked amazing on paper and did not work out that way on canvas. And then we got to a main event where your hometown fighter was being underestimated. And it turned out to be a treat, an amazing event. An all-time great fight, an exciting, exactly what boxing's supposed to be. And when I say to myself, you know, what do I hope for when we go into these events, other than the health and safety of the fighters, I want us to walk away and say, hey, I want to see that guy again, about both of them. And I'm quite sure we're going to say that, we're all saying that tonight. So congratulations to both of these men. It was an electrifying event, and I sincerely hope that we'll be able to be back here in Montreal with Sergey in the foreseeable future. And now it's yours. And now, and now I'd like to introduce to you the unified champion of the world,
my family.
Sergey Kovalev.
Thank you so much. I very appreciate it for your support, for opportunity to fight here against local guy and Canada. I love to boxing in Canada because here is fans love boxing, and true fans and supports. I felt support everywhere outside. When I go to the restaurant, to the stores, you know, like when I walked outside on the streets, like everybody recognized me. Almost everybody recognized me and wish me good luck. I'm very happy to be here, and I love boxing in Canada. I'm very happy for my victory. Asking me something, I don't know.
Sergey Kovalev, your good friend Adonis Stevenson was ringside watching the fight, and the word is that he wants to fight you next. Will that happen?
I'm ready for any fight, you know, but I should to defend my next in my next fight the IBF. I should to defend IBF to save this belt. I should to save this belt because my goal is to get all 4 belts in my collection, in my division. It's my goal on this year.
So you're gonna keep the mandatory fight? The mandatory fight?
Yeah, it will be a mandatory. Yes, I'm ready for mandatory fight to defend IBF.
Sergey, it was a tough fight. Do you agree? It was one of your toughest win ever? Toughest win to get?
It was not easy fight. Every fight not easy, you know. Like some fight you fighting mentally, you know. Like sometimes some fight you fighting like physically. Here was mentally and physically, you know. Like his style was very crazy and very wild, you know. Like and he punched very wild and he showed that he doesn't have a heart. He's just a talker. трэш-токер.
Когда он тебя ударил в тело, тебе это было больно, чувствовали это?
Excuse me.
I don't feel
Please
pain.
translate what he said.
I can translate. I
Would you
asked
please?
if he was hurt by the body shot.
No, I didn't feel his punches to the body. I got a couple punches to the head, like, but it's I didn't lose control. It's I kept control and understand everything around me, like, and continue to fight. Yeah.
Were you surprised to see how Jean came back in the fourth round? Because you had him in the ropes at the end of the third, and he came back strong in the fourth and the fifth.
Удивился, когда он пришел в четвертом раунде, такой уже восстановлен, уже в третьем раунде только его имел каната, в конце этого раунда.
Yes, but I didn't surprised because I like как это сказать?
I let him go.
Yeah, I let him go and to continue to fight, you know, like I didn't rush to stop the fight, you know, like if I got his one time, I can to get in the future, in the next rounds, you know, like just should to take a patience, like, and will come, he will come.
Sir, just
So
one second.
I have a question for you and Kathy and John. Kathy, you mentioned that the difference between how a fight looks on paper and what happens on the canvas. As a spectator, it looks like Pascal took an awful lot of punishment from you. Were you surprised as to how long he lasted?
Ты был удивлен, сколько бой продлился, длинно.
No, I didn't was surprised. My goal is not to finish early rounds, you know, like I'm ready for 12 rounds. If true, I thought that this fight will be like all distance. I didn't know, but I thought like that, but it was a stop. I'm happy that I stopped early.
A lot of times you fought in America and on the road. This time you were fighting in front of someone's hometown. Have you ever had a crowd where everyone, for the most part, was rooting against you?
No, I don't worry about it at all. You know, like yes, I don't like when like, but it's push me. You know, like more motivated, make me motivated more to show that everybody wrong.
He won his title in Wales against Nathan Cleverly. So
Yes,
this
I
is kind
fought
of
a lot of
familiar
times
thing.
everywhere. You know, when I was amateur, and I won every final fight in hometown of my opponent.
Wait, so can you tell me what happened in the 8th round? Did you just fall? Did you slip? What happened there? And other question is, do you think the referee was correct to stop it at that time?
Два вопроса. Во-первых, что как ты можешь сказать, что ты поскользнулся или что, когда ты упал?
Yes, I lost my balance. I lost my balance and fell on the floor.
И второй, говорит, что ты думаешь, интересно, наверное, хулиган, твое мнение?
It's not my job, you know, like it's his job. I agree that I can't to hurt his more, you know, if referee didn't stop the fight.
So now that the media responsibilities are over, the fight is over, your thoughts on Jean Pascal?
Can you repeat again, please?
Сейчас все кончилось, бой кончилось. Что это сделать? Что вы сейчас думаете про Jean Pascal?
That he's just he's a good fighter, yes. He's a good fighter and he's a good trash talker.
Coach, training camp.
He didn't approve his words. He didn't approve his words because he's trash talker.
Sergey, I'm intrigued by the fact that if I understood you, you said that Jean is a big talker but does not have a lot of heart. I think he showed a lot of heart tonight to withstand 8 rounds of your punishment, of your punches.
Ты сказал, что не сердца, что он выиграл его своих ударов 8 раундов, я думаю, что он действительно имеет большой шанс.
You mean I'm Terminator? I'm human man too, like you know, like it's.
What happened here? You have a mark here. What happened here?
It's makeup, yeah, little makeup.
Herbie was in a
Yeah, it's after fight. I didn't play video game like fun, you know.
Yes. Question for Sergey as well as for John David. You described John's offense as being a little bit wild and crazy. What was the adjustment that you made to be able to deal with that better and then take over down the stretch?
Чуть почти чуть ровно, чтобы какие ты сделал изменения, чтобы поменять все в твою сторону. Чтобы в начале боя, чтобы ты сам пропустил.
I just did my job, you know, like, and I did from, I'm boxed just from the situations, you know, like, I can't explain this, just a fun, you know, like, and how I can, how possible, how I can, like, I can't explain, sorry.
Coach.
And John David, was there a piece of advice that you gave Sergey between rounds to help him adjust to what Jean was doing?
I just told him just to relax and keep doing what he's doing, keep the pressure on, and watch out for Pascal's wild swinging punches. That's all.
Hold on, Coach. Guys, when your turn will come, it'll come, don't worry. Or it won't come.
Sorry, I'd just like to hear more from John David as well. I mean, if Sergey displayed early in his career after winning the title that he's a puncher, and if he showed he could box against Bernard, what do you think he showed tonight?
He showed overall boxing ability. He punched when he had to, and he boxed when he had to. You know, he sat back and looked at the situation, and there were times when he was the pressure fighter and times when he boxed. When Pascal thought he was going to try to come on, Sergey just boxed him. He just set him up with certain shots. You know, he's a very intelligent, smart fighter.
Question for Kathy. Obviously, you know, he wants to fight in the gym next, but after that, I mean, everybody's going to want to see Kovalev against Stevenson. Now, the logistics of that seem like it's getting a little bit complicated with him being with Al Heyman. Is it realistic to think that this fight could actually happen despite the networks and the differences? And if not Stevenson, then who could be interesting aside from for Sergey?
Well, Sergey's made it clear that his goal is to win all 4 belts, and right now Stevenson holds the WBC belt. If he still holds it, after Sergey has fought Najib Mohammadi, and if Sergey has been successful in that fight, the WBC has ruled that they will order Stevenson to fight Sergey next. And at that point, the next move will be up to Stevenson. He will be in check. It's time for him to decide if he wants to man up or not.
Would you like to come back to Montreal for this fight?
It's certainly a possibility.
Coach, who did Sergey spar with to get ready for this fight?
Glenn Johnson, Steve Jafar, and a gentleman that I've flown in from Russia.
Sergey, what would you have liked to have done better in the ring against Pascal tonight?
Что ты хотел бы сделать лучше в ринге, что ты сделал сегодня?
I wanted to send him on the floor, deep sleep, but referee stopped the fight. Like he had a hard mind, brain, you know, like he got a balance, you know, like, and I think so. Referee saved him.
Sergey, in the first round, it looked like Pascal wanted to do like a good sportsmanship, and then he was trying to punch you. He didn't fall for it. Did you see that coming? And then a few times you were doing like the little tricks, like the bolo right hand, but hitting him with the jab. Why do you feel like you were doing that?
В начале боя Паскаль как бы хотел дружно, знаешь, как в любителях делать, как бы сделать перчатки, он как бы вытянул вроде показал тебе, что он хочет, знаешь, руками забить, но тем не менее тоже сразу падал и выбрасывал во время боя, как ты чувствовал себя, и почему ты делал такие же самые трики, как ты ему слева и справа показывал, а бил слева.
Because it's my style, you know, it's like it's my fan. Как?
Fake.
Финты.
Fake. That's how I fake him. Try to fake him.
Yeah, just I try to
fake him.
Yeah, fin him, you know, like show here, punch here, like it's like.
Okay.
I don't know, like how
It's
it's
one of
like.
his signature moves.
Yeah.
We didn't see the crotch paint tonight, but we saw the bulk.
Wait, next please.
Was there any time when you were staggered from some of the punches that you received from Pascal? Did you feel any, like being a little bit staggered?
Какие-то удары на тебя потряс, каких-то ударов?
He has a punch, a good punch, yes, but I didn't lose balance, you know, like yes, I felt about my brain and my head harder than his knuckles, than his fists, you know, like it was a good fight for me, good experience from this fight, and I'm very happy to win here against Canadian fans. And I'm ready to fight in Canada again.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.